All right. I see that things are happening. There we are. Hello and Happy New Year. Oh my
It's a new
goodness. What a
year.
fantastic day to get to join you all in the morning. Yeah, we didn't think this one through, did we? This is morning in California after New
After New
Year's
Year's.
Eve. But you know what? When you got to get up and sing, I see. Phil's a thumbs up. Like I get it. You got that same thing going on. If you got to get up early, there's no better place to be than the Daily Antidote of Song. This place is daily, every day, but there is nothing like a New Year's Day where you get to think that you can shed everything you don't want from the last year and bring everything you do for this new year. So, welcome this morning. I'm Sandy O from Emma's Revolution.
And I'm Pat Humphries. So great to be with you all. So lovely to see your faces on this new year.
So we have a new good morning song to sing with you all. It's in this key. So it's a part that sounds like this. One day more we see you. One day more we see you. One day more we see you. One day more. One day more. We do that second part again. One day more. One day more. And you can add your harmonies like this one. One day more we see you. One day more we see you. One day more we see you. One day more. One day more. And the second part happens again. One day more. One day more. Keep it going for me now. There's a new year, 2022. There's no place we'd rather be than with you. We see you out there, Facebook friends. We're joining you here on Zoom. We've got Joe in the room, and Erin is here, and Annette and Becky from BC. Sandra is there with the tree in the background, Deborah from Kentucky, and Sheila in Florida. Cricket is there, and Trish from Victoria, and Seattle Susan is there. Dagmar and Sue, Lisa join us, and Ruth from Birmingham, all the way across the pond. I'll wait for you to hit the one. Albuquerque, we've got Kathleen, and Phil is right there in the room, and Kate and Christiana and Bob in Rockville, Maryland, and Jean in Pittsburgh, Kathy in Cheyenne Land, Arapahoe. But one day we'll all be in the same room together. Who knows, it won't be 22, not this month, but maybe some other month. Let's say hello to Amanda and Alex and Miles and Nancy and Jane and Moria and Arlene, and then we go. There's Carolyn in Idaho with a happy 2020 song sign. Johnny and Sarah and Jamie and James and Cliff in Vermont, and Emily too, Steve and Michelle and Karen in Oregon, Kat and Anna and Lulu and Mark. They always have a heart for you and me. And Bonnie is there in Boise, Jim in New York City, and Ralph and Penny, and Jamie in Norfolk, and Caroline too, Bob and Deli, and Carol and Martha, Barb and Berea. We send our love to Berea, with our dear friend Bell Hooks and Kathy Bullock, and Janet in Atlanta, and Nancy the cow, and Suzanne in Ithaca, and Elle and David and Leanie and Toby and Aloysius and Tom, Trish and Julie and Bob, Dick and Kathy and Bronwyn, already in BC. We've got Curly Top there, and Tenzin and Zed and Ray and Mabel and Lisa and Barbara and Loriana and Shoni and Robin and Shoni. It changed again on me. There's Gary in New Mexico, and Sarah and Robert and Tuki and Naomi. Good morning to all, good day to all, good year to all of you. That's our new song for 2022. One day more, one day more, one day more, I see you. One day more. Okay, that's how our new song ends. It's a little mellow. Maybe you're feeling mellow.
It's morning where we are.
It's morning where we are. So we are so happy to be with you. This is a great way to start a new year. And I don't know if you've got those kind of wishes on your heart about what you want for this year, besides health for everyone, besides strength for everyone, besides democracy for everyone. Those are the kinds of things on my mind.
Justice for everyone, safety for everyone.
Yeah. So, but we have a beautiful song that Pat wrote and that you can sing along with.
Everybody gets to be a soloist in this song. So it's the fabulous thing about being on mute. You can just lay into these, lean into these notes and hold them out and just let your voice sort of dance around on these images of the new year. New year, more light, Woodstove burning through the night. Hold me close and hold me tight, another new year. Day breaks, hours fly, we can't stop them though we try. If you stay here, so will I, another new year. I was weary of the past, never really knowing how love would save the best for last. Lead me where I'm living now. Day ends, still awake, thankful for each breath I take, still more promises to make, another new year. Starlight fills my view, planning all the things we'll do, growing old planning all the things we'll do, growing old and loving you. Another new year. Morning voice.
Pat and Sandy, thank you so much. That was so beautiful. And I love that song. You brought that to us last year, and I absolutely love it. I don't remember that I made you wake up last year at 9 a.m. on New Year's Day. I think you sang it for us. You sang it on New Year's Eve, I think, last time. So you got away with, yeah. So
it's so smart.
Yeah, now I'll know for next year. So it's totally beautiful, and it is this like soothing sort of 9 a.m. where you are, and just like your greeting. And unfortunately, it's noon where I am, gang. So now you're gonna have to change from that nice, quiet, mellow Emma's Rev High into this like whatever this is we got going on now. Thank you guys so much. It's so beautiful to have you here, and it is a new year, and it is, you know, the restart button or the sort of figure out how we could do things maybe better than we did last year, or maybe there was so much out of our control last year and the year before that maybe we just need to learn how to take a big breath and a deep pause and recognize that a lot of times you just don't get to pick, right? I mean, it was a tough year for a lot of folks in this room, a lot of folks in our communities. So I want to start by shouting out everybody in this community, because all of you all pulled through another year. So in Kathy B terms, we all woke up this morning. She says that all the time, right? But this morning we woke up into a new year. So congratulations, everybody, for being here today and bringing your best selves and your best attitudes and your big hope to the start of something else. I'm sending tons of love to all of you out there. And I do actually want to shout out, first of all, I want to shout out a bunch of new people in the room who came in afterwards. So hello to all of you, and hello to all the folks who are in the room for the first time today. As many of you know, thanks to Deborah Denenfeld over there in Kentucky, we had a beautiful little tidbit on NPR a couple of days ago. And to all of you who are here because you found us on NPR, welcome. We're super glad you're here. Feel free to stay afterwards, because afterwards we'll unmute folks and we'll have a little time for hellos, and you can introduce yourselves if you feel like it, or you can just listen to us blather on as per usual. And I also want to shout out Kate in Charlottesville, who is in the room, upright and beautiful, recovering from heart surgery, and we're so glad to have you here again today. This song today was for you. Song also today is for my cousin Jo in North Carolina, who has been battling something for 10 years and woke up this morning and made a New Year's post that like could make you cry for the strength that some people have in the face of the absolutely impossible. And so this song is going out to Jo, and I actually noticed that her nieces, Tenny and Zeta, are both in the room today. Hi Tenny, hi Zeta, and hi Ray, who's probably also over there behind the screen, and also Steve. Love and hugs to all of you guys. And the song goes out to both of the people I mentioned, as well as all of us who had this year some sort of deep breath moments or some impossible moments. And so big hugs to you all. Pat and Sandy, how are you feeling about the new year?
Let me get us back up there with you. Oh, there we go.
Leave us at a loss for words. Cautiously optimistic, I guess, would be what I would say about it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like what we do know is we've been through so much. We do know what it takes and what we need to create this change that we certainly need. And we're going to be back here singing with you on January 6th. So I'm already thinking about how much democracy strengthening we need to do. And we're going to need to feel that we have a place that sets us up for our morning or sets us up for our day, the way the Daily Antidote does, so that we can find the strength and make all the calls and be out in the streets if we're that kind of person, or write the letters or whatever to make our government really represent us. So I think that's going to be crucial. And I always am one of those super optimistic people, like, okay, if I just keep telling myself it's a new year, I can just think differently or do differently as I need. So I'm looking forward to kind of working off the new energy to be the best version of me I can be.
The Daily Antidote has helped keep these conversations going in the moments that, some of us have had to sort of pause and think. Other folks I know have had to continue with their jobs and, work longer hours and under more difficult conditions. But I think, all of us have had a different perspective, an opportunity at least to see things from a different vantage point. And you've given us this opportunity to keep the conversations going and to see one another's faces and to stay connected in our relative isolation. And we so appreciate that opportunity. We really are all in this together, and we get more of a sense of it when we can actually hear one another's stories and see one another's faces and share some of the emotions and some of the challenges and some of the celebrations that go on in our community. I think that the point is to stay connected and to stay invested and create something really new and really better than what we had.
Yeah. That is tremendous. Yes, agree on all of it. And I think, Sandy, do you want to say something? Did I just interrupt you?
No, you're fine. I just actually was sort of thinking about the fact that the other thing we need to do, one thing I love about Daily Antidote of Song is that you are connecting music and social justice, and that's why we feel so much like we have a home here. And this year is going to be crucial. It seems like it's not as big of an election year as 2020 was, but it ends up that it's going to be possibly bigger, even more crucial for us to do everything we can to look out for voting rights and to, make sure that we can keep the Congress and the Senate so we can pass some of these important bills that we need.
And look out for one another. Just let's really work on creating a more connected and kind and humane and conscious community, society. Listen, I'm one of those people that sometimes probably needs to listen more than speak, and it's a good reminder. There are so many important stories out there that get lost. So be attentive. Make something new.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Yeah. So, it is or is not a big election year, or it is or is not anything. And I think one of the things we learned through January 6th and through the pandemic is that some of the stuff that's simmering under the view is stuff that needs all 365 days attended to it, whether or not it's in anything, right? It's the waiting until sort of the last minute that, or not noticing the stuff, or not listening, or not hearing, that puts us in a pickle when we're having to scramble or try and rescue things rather than be building this slow and steady good new situation. So here we are, January 1. We've got 365 days ahead of us to try and contribute our energies to all of those things that you're talking about, and all the things we're not even talking about yet, but we know we'll be talking about all year long in here. So thank you for all of those beautiful thoughts. And you also mentioned seeing everybody's faces, and some days the seeing everybody's faces is like a smile, and some days, at least for me, when I'm feeling low and I see all of your faces, it just does this whole ratchet me up and remind me that there's so much beauty in the world. And so today, actually, I am going to push my little unmute all button, my magic button, and I'm going to suggest everybody to go ahead and put yourselves on speaker and shout out a Happy New Year. And after you see yourself pop up, go ahead and turn your mute button back off, so it'll give a chance for us to see a lot of faces today. So everybody ready? Go on speaker. Here comes unmute all, and you are go.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year
To everyone.
Happy New Year.
us in 2020.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Very special New
My
Year.
friends,
New Year.
Happy New
Happy New Year.
Year.
Very special New Year to
Happy New
everyone.
Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Ooh, Darla. Happy New Year.
Oh, Darla.
Wonderful to see you all.
Darla, honey.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Here, everyone. Ah, Deborah, Happy
Happy
New
New
Year.
Year.
Everyone.
Good to see
Yes.
everybody here.
May it be a wonderful New Year. New
God
Year.
bless you guys.
Good. Nice job.
Hey, that was absolutely gorgeous and so much fun to see so many of your faces. And I'm going to throw out there again an invitation. Oh, did I mute Pat and Sandy too?
No, we're here. We're here.
Um, so I'm throwing out an invitation to anybody who wants to, who's new, stick in the room afterwards, and we can, learn where you're from and how you found us. Anybody who's not new, stick in the room and say a little more Happy New Year'sing, because what a beautiful day. I'm so glad to see all of you. Hugs and loves to the entire gang. And I don't think there's anything left to be said, really, that we can't say with singing that song again. But you guys are welcome to say more if you have more.
I don't think we have more. Just how much we love you all, and thank you so much for keeping this going and for keeping us in this community. What else do we have to say? Well, we do it. We do a Sunday event. We've been doing it every week since March 2020. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, and we'll be doing we teach songs. We have friends come and teach songs. We do concerts. Tomorrow's an all request song fest, so we'll be singing through a bunch of songs. We have some new CDs out. We would love to have you get them and get those sounds and help support our work.
They're coming out very soon.
Yeah, and that's all at emmasrevolution.com. So, all of that aside, here's a beautiful song.
Woodstove burning through all the night. Hold me close and hold me tight. Another new year. Day breaks, hours fly. We can't stop them though we try. If you stay here, so will I. Another new year. I was weary of the past, never really knowing how love would save the best for last. Lead me where I'm living now. Deep and still awake, thankful for each breath I take, still more promises to make. Another new year. Starlight fills my view, planning all the things we'll do, growing old and loving you. Another new year. I was weary of the past, never really knowing how love would save the best for last. Lead me where I'm living now. Starlight fills my view,
Pat and Sandy, Emma's Revolution, thank you so much for bringing us so much beauty on New Year's Day. Happy 2022 to both of you, to everyone in this room, and to everyone out there on Facebook Live. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us. We'll see you on the 6th.
Much love, y'all.
See you on the 6th, and we're going to goodbye you out of the room before even Facebook Live, because it's 9 a.m. and you're up past midnight, and we know you're ready to be here. So, goodbye, Pat and Sandy. We love you.
Love you.
Be
Bye-bye.
well.
Bye, gang.
Happy New Year.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And bye-bye, everybody on Facebook Live. Thank you so much, Facebook, for coming along and taking this journey with us. And please join us again. We have another great week coming up. New friends, new year in the next week. So we're going to meet a lot of new folks, and we look forward to doing that with you. Bye, Facebook.